Okay. So can I start?
I come from Finland.
Everybody is involved, all pupils are involved.
Όπου και δουλεύω στο τμήμα του Διεθνούς Απολυτηρίου.
Wir sind ein innovatives Lehrerteam.
Moj projekat je bio njima interesantan.
Diese Initiativen haben sich sozusagen bottom-up entwickelt.
Questo progetto da noi è fortemente caldeggiato.
É uma cidade multicultural.
Sonhar e concretizar.
There are many schools that are contributing to this project, and one of my main aims of this week to be here at the capacity building seminar is to actually get concrete information from the practice from other schools that have succeeded.
Teachers and experts in education have shared their practical experiences and ideas on entrepreneurial education. We are in Potsdam during the first week of November 2014, and this capacity building seminar is an important milestone in the vast project led by the OECD and the European Commission for the promotion of innovation and the entrepreneurial mindset in primary, secondary and vocational education and training, E360. Delegates from schools and local organisations were given the opportunity to explain the actions they implement to nurture entrepreneurial competences in their different contexts, examples of inspiring practices E360 seeks to promote. It was also a chance for the OECD and the European Commission to gather feedback on the E360 guidelines for entrepreneurial education.
I'm helping a municipality in Sweden with this. They started with they sent out a question to a lot of different actors in their municipality. How can you help the school? And I told them, you have gotten it wrong. You should ask, how can your students help these people creating value? They want the value. The students want the learning they get from the value creation.
Trabalhamos muito em rede com outras organizações. Há grande foco no envolvimento de diferentes stakeholders nos projetos que estamos a desenvolver.
No solamente trabajar diferentes proyectos en un centro escolar, sino a través de esta gran red, este proyecto que nace en este centro escolar, en San Sebastián, por ejemplo, pueda estar vinculado a otro proyecto que estén trabajando en Bilbao al mismo tiempo. Nosotros somos los que vamos a coordinar, vamos a darles las herramientas para facilitar esa unión, ese nexo. Eso es lo más importante. Y al final, ese mismo proyecto pueda ser conocido por diferentes centros escolares. La cuestión es mejorar todos juntos. All together now.
Entrepreneurial education is aimed at developing in learners a sense of initiative and entrepreneurship, which will help them with their own initiatives, be it starting a business, getting involved in associations, but also while at work or in their everyday life. A sense of initiative and entrepreneurship gives the ability to turn ideas into action. This involves creativity, innovation, self-reliance and risk-taking, as well as the ability to plan and manage projects in order to achieve objectives, while building an awareness of ethical values.
How can I try to understand the relationship between different actors outside the school and inside the schools? Or how can I try to develop and to further some relationship with, for example, non-profit organization outside the schools or enterprise and outside the school, with the teachers in my schools and with different schools in the local area.
So this is a way of shifting the perspectives from how can the community help the school into saying how can the students in school help the community.
Across Europe, numerous activities are underway to promote and provide entrepreneurship education through experiential learning, observation and practice, Initiatives are advanced both at the level of school management and by individual teachers. Entrepreneurship and the entrepreneurial mindset translate differently across languages and cultural contexts. Schools vary in sizes, levels, and the types of education they offer, from primary to secondary education, including vocational education and training. Actors in education are many and different. E360 draws from these experiences and recent research into skills and competencies for entrepreneurship. This is possible because at the beginning of it all, there's a common vision of education.
Une dimension très très importante au cœur de ce qu'on appelle l'entrepreneuriat conscient, c'est aussi l'idée de proposer un entrepreneuriat éthique et socialement responsable pour la société. Alors, ça veut dire contribuer à une prospérité équitable et à une plus grande justice sociale pour tous et toutes. Voilà les fondements de l'entrepreneuriat conscient.
So when it comes to entrepreneurship in education, there are no great shortcuts. We cannot give them a book and they will read that and they will become more entrepreneurial. We cannot tell them to go out and just be creative. That doesn't work so well. The one thing that really works when it comes to making people more entrepreneurial is to let them learn by doing.
If you're moving from the novice to the expert, that there are two things that are going on. There is learning more stuff. There's knowledge content. But at the same time, there's this rather lumpy, messy process of how we see the world, how we structure our knowledge changes.
If there's not a good idea or something that creates a new opportunity for that business, they're just another business. So will they be able to compete? Will they be able to shift and change and adapt? Creative people can do that. Young people, young minds can do that. So part of our role here is to try and ensure that that creativity that's inherent in the youth carries on throughout the education system.
Learning how to write a business plan as usually implemented, people take away the lesson that entrepreneurship is this nice, linear, logical process. If you go the other way and do business model exercises, including business model competitions, it's all about how flexible and iterative and how it's all about learning.
All the schools and initiatives involved in E360 share the same capacity to create value, to bring out the creativity of their students and their connection to the local context that hosts them. A sense of initiative and entrepreneurship is the foundation for acquiring more specific skills and knowledge needed by both entrepreneurs and employees. They can be applied both in social or professional activities and should include awareness of ethical values and promote good governance.
The focus of our approach is to work very much in that triangle between schools, teachers, and then the community outside and businesses, and then the young people. And we think that by facilitating and adding value in all the areas where teachers might need support, or students might need extra activities, or the business community can come in and be useful and provide their expertise, that's where we want to be involved. That's where we think we can make a difference.
I think that the teacher needs different kinds of support structures and support in the organization. And that's also what I found in my research, that there needs to be support from the school management, and then it's not only moral support, like support in incentives and that they say to their teachers that I believe in what you're doing, but it's also support in the organization.
L'appel que nous on fait, c'est de dire, est-ce qu'il ne faut pas un nouvel entrepreneuriat responsable, plus conscient, un entrepreneuriat éthique aussi, qui va changer vraiment les choses. On est 7 milliards sur une planète à se partager les ressources qui restent. Il faudrait peut-être travailler ensemble autrement. Voilà. Et je crois que l'école peut jouer un rôle vraiment formidable dans tout ça.